Luttsy and Susie O'Neill. The best bits.
Huge weekend. Last time I spoke to Susan was during the show Friday. You were going out for your birthday lunch. Is that right?
Correct. I went out for my lunch.
Now, what did we agree on at the end of the program, Susan? From memory, the show ended at 9 a.m. Brisbane time, obviously, which is 1 a.m. Paris time. Mm-hmm. I then went out on the town, and the thought was that at 4 a.m. my time, midday for you, we would join up and have a drink virtually,
Yes.
via, FaceTime.
I do remember that now.
Yes, right. And what happened when David, who waited till 4 a.m.
Especially for me.
in a bar in Paris.
Against every instinct in your body.
Yes.
Yes.
And I rang you, nothing happened. I then rang the group, which includes probably 10 of us all up, isn't there?
You texted the group, first of all. You started texting
Yes.
the group.
And
I didn't get
long
that.
story short, Susan, nowhere to be seen. 3 of you actually answered my call. Ashley, well done.
Thank you.
Nick, well done.
You're welcome.
Lockie, well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Even though, Nick, you were shirtless. That was a bit strange. With a pussy cat.
Yeah, that was strange.
Nick was holding a cat and he had his shirt on.
Oh, I wish I had have seen that call.
Well, you're in luck, Suze.
That's weird.
He can
Yeah, there's
reenact
photos.
it.
So and then I get a text from Susan later on, after I was asleep, saying, "Sorry, I'm drunk." I mean, how was that? So, helping the situation. I knew you were going to be inebriated.
I completely forgot you were going to call, actually. I did a real number of myself, Luttsy. A big number.
What happened?
Well, I got home. My friend came over at about 11. We opened some champagne, as in actually from France, champagne.
The proper champagne.
Had a couple of glasses.
I want that on the record.
Sparkling.
No, no sparkling. And we headed into a lunch. And then I remembered, I think I went to the toilet at some stage, and I looked at my phone, as you do when you sit on the toilet at lunch. And I went, oh, no, I've missed a call off Luttsy. That's right. He was calling me. I tried to call you back.
Devastated.
I rang you back.
What time?
You didn't answer. Well, whenever time I texted. So
It would have been 7 a.m. in the morning. I was asleep.
And I sent you a text, I think. Yeah, I had a shocker. I had an
don't know,
absolute
it's just-
shocker.
Yeah. So did you actually end up getting... What time did you get home?
10 p.m.
Whoa.
And
That's a 12-hour session.
yeah, I'm so embarrassed. I've actually got memory loss. I can't actually remember leaving the last bar. I went to one of those speakeasy bars where I said you pick up the phone, you put in the code and you walk in. I was fine.
On Fish Lane.
Yeah, on Fish Lane. It was called Next something. Next episode. I had a great
And you were there.
lunch.
You were there till that late.
Yeah, I had a shocker. Because I was fine after lunch because we just drank champagne again because it's my birthday. We went proper French. But as soon as we went to Speakeasy, we went margaritas.
That did you?
Whoa.
And everyone did a shout. And then there was, so that was a mistake. And then I'm not sure what happened. I'll tell you what happened. I got home via McDonald's. I was in bed because Cliff goes, my God, you were telling the kids last night, we went to dinner for my birthday. He said, I was sitting in bed with my quarter-pounder meal and I was actually really sad. When you drink and you get really sad? Does anyone else? And I was eating
Emotional.
quarter-pounders, crying and stuffing chips in my mouth. I didn't quite finish it, though. And I ended up, I woke up.
Why were you crying?
Oh, I don't even know. I do, but I don't want to talk about it. And then 2 o'clock I woke up. I hadn't finished my burger, so I finished it off at 2 a.m. in the morning. And it took me, I'm still recovering, and I'm not drinking that much again. It's silly.
Dill, can you isolate that, please?
But I'm sorry I missed your call. I am sorry.
No, don't be sorry. It was the most frustrating call of all time. You weren't on it, boss, were you?
No, I saw it come through and I was like, I'm going to let that go through to the keeper.
Luttsy, you were at the bar. Do you remember that, Luttsy? Who were you with at the bar? Luttsy was with some guy at the bar, and then you started introducing us all to the guy, and the guy started telling a story. Do you remember?
Was he
that?
French?
Was he French? Boys, anyone that was on? Oh, so
I couldn't tell what he was saying, to be honest. I just kept on nodding and going, it sounds great.
Yeah.
I love how Luttsy spent hours with this bloke and has no idea what nationality he was.
He was
I have
telling
no
a whole
idea
story,
who was
Luttsy.
there.
It went on and
He's got
on
memory
and
loss.
on, and I reckon I was on for about 5 minutes, and then I was at the boat ramp, and I went,
Oh,
I'm
really?
going to go, guys. I'm going to go. So I waved and then hung up, and Luttsy was like, you guys are the OGs. You're the real deal. You answered the phone.
Luttsy and Susie O'Neill, the best bits.
I had the best weekend, the most social weekend, because it was my birthday. So Friday, went to lunch went to that Julius Pizza. It's at Fish Lane.
What's that?
It's a pizza place at Fish Lane. They've also got Beccafino's, is it, here at Newstead?
Oh, yeah?
Beccafino's.
Okay.
It's so good. Went there. Then we went to that Speakeasy Bar, which is a secret bar. And then...
Is it a barber shop you walk through or not?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Yes.
It's a barber shop.
And then what happens? What do? You go...
Okay,
are
there's
the
a
people
bar-
actually getting
No,
haircuts?
it's a barber chair.
It's just-
and it kind of looks like
it's
a
a front.
barber shop. It's a front. But you wouldn't know it's a bar. And then there's a red phone there. And you pick up the handset on the red phone, and you dial a number that you find through their website and stuff. And the door magically opens, and you go inside. And it's a pretty small bar. It's pretty
Is it packed?
Well, we got there right at opening, which is at 4 p.m. because we
Right.
went to lunch at 12.
Early doors.
Early doors,
Yeah.
yeah. So we were
Early
the
doors.
first ones there. But it got packed by the time we left, which was at 9:30
Yeah.
p.m.
Okay. So the idea of the company of the business is still to attract attention, even though you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like most
Yeah.
people are desperate to get customers
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
then-
because it's a secret, people want to go there.
Yeah.
But then that was fun. Saturday night, Cliff and I went out for dinner, which was great. We haven't done that much lately. Recommend that you go out with your partner because
Date night.
because when you're at home or when we're at home and you have dinner, we still have dinner together, but you don't really have your conversation's not as good at home. It's more logistics.
More.
It's more
Yeah, domestic.
Domestic.
Just taking care
Yeah.
of business.
I
Yes.
reckon. But when you actually go out and you're sitting in a restaurant and you look around and see other people dressed up and eating and having fun. And we went to, actually, it's a really good restaurant. I'm going to say what it is because it's so good. Maeve Wine Bar, which is also close to Fish Lane.
How do you spell it?
At a guess, Maeve, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
That's right.
Maeve, yep.
It's like you're in Europe, honestly. If you can't get to Europe this summer, head to Maeve Wine Bar.
Really?
Yeah, just
What do they got?
well, we had anchovies on toast.
Oh.
What?
Isn't that, no. What did you have when you went out to the restaurant?
Anchovies on toast.
Not when
I
you were
would
at home.
not order that.
Wouldn't you?
What? No.
Oh,
No, I hate
Oh, no, I
anchovies.
don't like anchovies.
Oh, it was
Suze.
really
I can't-
good.
Yeah.
Olives. What else do we have? Like they baked a duck breast and then they shaved it really thinly, and we had that. We had
It's cool to have those international kind of meals you
Chips.
wouldn't usually have. There's one at Albion. Susan, I think you've
Yes.
been there.
What's that called again?
Hervez.
Hervez. Same sort of thing.
Hervez, is it?
Like really.
It's French. That's
Yeah.
French, I think, inspired. But it's
And-
got a good bar there as well.
And this one you just have small bits of food, so you don't overeat. You know, you don't get too full.
Yeah.
We had a cheesecake to finish, which was baked cheesecake, which was melting. It was beautiful. Like the cheesecake wasn't hard; it was
Really?
soft in the middle.
Interesting.
Food's getting good in Brizzy, isn't it?
Oh, it was amazing. I loved it. And then I got up early Sunday morning and went to someone's house. She had an Olympic party.
Oh, really?
I am so
What?
into these Olympics. An Olympic party. So we went to her house and she had a group of friends over and cooked breakfast. But she had two televisions set up. One was a projector onto this wall.
Yeah.
And then she had a small TV set up next to it. So we were watching the swimming and the athletics.
Really?
That's cool.
What events were on yesterday that you watched?
It's such a blur, the Olympics.
Yeah,
Don't
I
ask me
know.
specifics,
Yeah.
I
please.
know.
The women's 100 metre running race was on. I know that.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we were
I
just
know
talking
that.
about that in the wet.
It was raining.
Yeah.
And there was heaps of
Yeah,
really
that
good
was
swimming.
weird.
But I got another. I was over there. Another friend, a friend gave me a birthday present. That's what I want to talk about. It was the best present. It was called Conversation Starters. So, I don't know. I'm having trouble having conversations with people. I think my brain is just disappeared sometimes.
Haven't you already
Yeah,
got that? I'm
yeah.
sure.
Yes.
It's reminding
I've
me
heard
of
that
some
as
of
well.
those
We've done this
cards you used to
before.
have.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
that about a year ago. I think.
Did you
Jody
Was
give
your
me
go
those?
through them? What happened?
I was going to say, did Jody give me those cards? You're Jody, but no, Jody's given me other cards that.
Have you got any starters for us?
Yes,
Great,
that's what I wanted
let's
to
do
get
that.
to. Yes, that's what I wanted to get to. Thank you for reminding me. See, my brain goes.
Let's have a conversation.
What is your earliest memory that you've ever had?
You know what I remember? This is interesting you say that because I had the shirt on the other day. I remember the big bear from the Moscow Olympics.
And do you reckon that's just because the Olympics are on at the moment you're remembering that as your earliest memory?
No, I've always thought of it, of remembering that I had this. I don't even know if this was real, but I feel like there was a black and white poster of the bear from the Moscow Olympics near my bed somewhere, but I would have been 4.
Yep. I remember that bear as well, but that's not my earliest memory because my first memory as well is when I'm about 4. And mine...
What is it?
Well, it's kind of swimming related as well, so I don't know if it's just because the Olympics are on, but I'm at kindergarten and they had a built-in pool, a built-in pool, but it was never full, and they'd fill it up with water on hot days, and we were allowed to go swimming in it in our undies. I remember. Like, you would never be allowed to do that now at kindergarten, would you?
One of those little blue pools?
It wasn't a blue pool. It was actually dug in. It was concrete dug into the ground. And in my mind, it was big, but it must have been tiny.
Yeah, like a little splash pool.
A splash pool, because they filled it up with a hose. And on really hot days, I remember we could take off we'd go in our undies and go swimming in this pool.
Go in your underpants, no one will notice the difference.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My mum used to say that all the time. No one will know.
No one knows.
What's your first memories, Ash? Shoplifting in Harvey Bay?
Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill. The best bits.
Every now and then we kind of do like algorithm checks, mostly on the podcast. You just go, okay, everyone, show us what you got.
Yeah, on your Instagram.
Oh, yes. So if you go to the search button, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who does Insta think you are today and what your interests are?
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened with me over the last couple of days, but this has happened since about yesterday or the day before. My algorithm, I think my algorithm, Suze, thinks I'm
Careful.
yes, a menopausal,
Yes.
bloated, constipated woman who needs help because I don't know what it is, Luttsy. I'm getting all of these like. I showed you guys in the meeting yesterday, didn't I?
Yeah, they're pretty gross ads. Can you read them out?
What is going on? Well, now that my algorithm's changed, but it's basically,
How to get rid of your bloat, I remember.
Yeah,
That's what I remember.
look at that. That's an ad that's just popped up now. You can see that. That's just a woman.
What is the product?
What is that? It looks
with all of
interesting.
her girlfriends, and they seem to be sitting around talking about how that she, doesn't have the greatest gut health, and ever since she's been taking this product, she goes to the toilet every morning. Her belly's fitter and flatter than it's been in years.
It's funny because I
It's
don't.
one ad after another for me.
Yeah, I don't think I talk about it here, do I? But even yesterday, I was having a conversation with my menopausal friend. I'm the same about the bloat. We've got the menopausal bloat, which is why you must be getting those ads because that's to get rid of your menopausal bloat.
Yeah, I'm getting stuff for hormones.
Is Jodie talking about it much at home?
Well, that's the thing. Not to me. like not really
Maybe when
to
your
me.
phone's sitting there, she is though.
But even after yesterday, Buzz, you got one on your phone, didn't you?
I got one because we spoke about this in our post-show meeting, and you
I
were
was
telling
just
us
going.
all.
Well, I was showing yesterday. I was going. It was literally one ad after another about here's some hormone stuff. Here's some tips for the belly. There's some gut health stuff.
Yeah, and I haven't searched this, and I got one as well. It's the first thing says a poo bidet keeps the doctor away, and this is the complete belly reset. And it says. One of the in the text of the Facebook post in the ad, it says, "I did it thanks to a formula called Complete Belly Reset that already helped over 13,000 women like me."
Yes.
So now I'm getting them in my algorithm just because you've spoken about it.
What's the product out of interest?
Happy Mammoth. We'll give them a free plug.
God, I'm not getting any of that on mine. I'm
Well,
getting.
you will after this conversation.
Okay, I'm getting sport. I'm getting cars.
That's what's in mine in my grid. If you search it,
Yeah.
that's exactly what's coming up in
And
mine
heaps
as well.
of ADHD stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know why.
Are you getting lots of Europe stuff?
Olympic stuff.
I'm getting Well, other than that, I'm getting like Olympics, and I'm getting like people in Europe and stuff, or just stuff in Europe to do.
For some reason, Pat Carrigan features really heavily in my
Yeah, well,
in
I
my
don't know
one.
why, mate.
I'm getting.
He's coming up on the show this week, by the way, as well.
I bet he is.
I'm not going to say what I'm getting a lot of.
Why?
Go on.
What?
Because I can't.
Mike's
What's
off.
on?
A quick one.
Mike's off.
All right, Mike's off. Oh my gosh.
My mic was on then, by the way. So that went out soon. It's all right.
It's not. It's natural.
Yeah, it's fine.
Very natural.
Mason out of Buchan. What do you got going on? What are you saying?
Actually, just going on about your Instagram stuff, a lot of the things that you're searching at home with other people and that, your ads can be based on that information as well.
Oh, so if I'm sharing the Wi-Fi with someone, right, it's going everyone...
So because you share the same address on the World Wide Web as someone else, you can start getting some similar ads based on what they are looking for.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Your phone's not listening to you.
Yeah, right. Important safety tip from Mason for those playing along.
Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill. The best bits.